Hey guys, what's going on? I just want to make a quick video explaining what I want this channel to be, what kind of videos I want to be making from now on. I feel like to a certain degree, the videos that I made in the past, there haven't been very many, but the ones that I have, they've always sort of been at a certain level where I would almost intentionally hold back sort of the way I felt about certain things. It'd almost be, service level about specific sort of topics or whatever. But I really do want to override some of the barriers that had stopped me from creating certain things and becoming, I guess, a content creator. I mean, at an amateur level, I really enjoy photography, making videos, and producing music. This is my room. I've got some speakers. They sound nice and I can make some music with them. So I'm always creating things, I'm just not always sharing things, and I want to kind of get over that barrier because perfectionism and a few other things psychologically have kind of stopped me from being able to do that. And there's a lot of people out there who have overcome those things, and I would like to, I guess, personally do the same, consciously override some of the barriers that have stopped me in the past from, I guess, sharing what I really feel about certain things and all the rest. And yeah, obviously to a degree that enables, that requires you to be quite vulnerable, and that's difficult, but I definitely have a lot of respect for people who can just kind of get up in front of a camera and share how they feel about certain things, whether it's positive or negative. And often like the negative kind of side of things is quite hard for people to show because we've almost created a sort of bubble on the internet whereby everyone needs to be, especially on social media, positive, like super successful or happy or enjoying their life to the fullest, looking a certain way, and when they're not, people don't feel comfortable sharing that online because it doesn't sort of fit with the rest of it. So I do definitely respect people who are able to kind of break through that kind of mold and just be themselves, be real, be authentic. And that's basically what I want this channel to be. I just want to be real. I want to be sharing how I feel about things. And I feel like that's kind of the way forward. And it's, perhaps it's not going to be easy to do that. But I kind of want to override the things that have stopped me in the past. So, I want to be certain things. I want to see certain things in my life, but if I'm not able to share that, then I'm not going to really be able to get there. So at the moment, this, among other different creative outlets, can be a form of, I guess, expression. So, I mean, for me, yeah, for real, like I'll just share my brief story. I'm 24. I live with my mum. I earn enough money to get by, pay rent here, and cover the basic necessities in life. However, I'm not really, and in the past, haven't been striving for generating a large amount of wealth for quite personal reasons. I'd never been very strongly attached emotionally to the acquisition of money. Since then, certain things have happened in my life in the last couple of years that have changed my mentality on it. I don't inherently anymore believe money is wrong or evil or all of those things that it can be associated with. Yes, granted, it is a tool by which people can do some pretty awful things with, and certainly a lot of the larger corporations in the world do. However, that's not to say it can't be used as a tool to, I guess, move humanity and the world into a better place. So I, at this stage, don't make a lot of money. And it's almost, again, it's enough to live and be happy, but with my goal to, I guess, on a really deep level, I feel like I want to, ultimately, I just want to help as many people and do as good a job of being effective at, I don't know, like making some sort of positive change Whether that's just me explaining my story, and if it relates with some of you, like some other people out there, then great. If it doesn't, that's fine. That's cool. That's okay. I do want to just connect and resonate with certain people who feel the same way, who are perhaps, like me, crippled by their perfectionism, by the sense of a very high standard being set for themselves, and wanting to do the best that they can for certain people and everyone else around them. That's been something I've struggled with for quite a while, and it's only until very recently that I've kind of decided to take more of a very conscious decision to override those things. So basically, I really want to kind of break past that, and if I can just become comfortable sharing certain things to the camera and to you guys out there, then I think that would be great. What else? I don't know. I want this to be a place where I can sort of share some of my deeper feelings about certain things. I also want it to be a place where I can, create things I enjoy. Again, like photography, videography, music production. They're kind of the main three things that I really enjoy in terms of creativity. So if I'm able to incorporate those things, give back, continue to share and create, then I'll be pretty happy. I don't know, dude. I guess it's been hard for me to kind of come forward and overcome this, because, like, I don't want to lie. Like, it's been hard for me. Yeah, I want to be real. I fully want to just be real. Like, the things that I've struggled with the most have been growing up being sensitive to a world that doesn't cater to everybody, that churns out a specific type of human being, that wants you to fit in among the rest of society, that's so heavily influenced by the socioeconomic model that, cares little for its impact on humanity and the world, but only cares for, generating more money. And this is really obvious to some of you and maybe a lot of you, but to some, I guess, like, we're still kind of waking up to this reality that we are, quite economically enslaved. And I guess that is quite a negative spin on certain things, but it is quite real. There are very few people who actually are financially liberated to a point where they aren't subject to generating more income and paying taxes and things like that. And this isn't to generate fear or to, be negative for the sake of being negative, or to perhaps, be anti-government or something like that. It's nothing really like that. It's more just to highlight the reality of the situation, what we all are faced with on a daily basis. And even if you are financially liberated, you technically still are, chained to some sort of a overarching system, call it capitalism or whatever you want to. At least most of the Western world or the greater world is at this stage, and it is a huge problem, and it's something that personally I want to kind of assist in the most humble way that I can, in kind of overthrowing this, or at least generating some sort of just a higher vibratory way of living, like a higher, something that we all deserve, like a just world, one where people don't suffer the way we do now. And I don't have to go around the world to sort of see it, to realize that this is the reality we live in right now. I know this is quite dark, but I kind of want to share this side of the way I feel and think, because it affects not just myself. You know, we're dealing with it's a society that's broken on many levels, and it's easy to sort of look at and kind of just not pay attention to, because we're so heavily distracted by mainstream media and everybody else talking at very surface levels about certain things, that we can easily ignore it. But for me, it's not something I want to do. And when I see people, especially on a personal level around me, who are affected, whether they're affected psychologically or, you know, physically through the ill advice that the medical professionals will give and die due to certain diseases that are completely avoidable. You know, that sort of thing really bothers me. And, you know, it's so obvious, and it's something that, again, a lot of people can quite easily dismiss, but it's something that I feel really strongly passionate about, and it's something that I feel like I finally need to sort of take a stance and to speak how I feel about this. And, you know, like, my perfectionism wants to kick in again and be like, you know, maybe you should say certain things in a certain way if you're going to want to relate to people on a certain level. But to be honest, like, it's so easy for me to just, I guess, put this aside, to feel it deep down but not really express it, because so many levels of judgment come in. I'm trying a lot less consciously to stop sort of self-judging, you know, my own thoughts or my own actions and things like that, because I know they come from a good place ultimately. And it's something that I'm learning at the moment. But, you know, I don't think we're all going to be perfect, especially myself. I hold really high standards for myself, but, you know, my words are never always going to be perfect. But I feel like fundamentally, deep down, so long as my intention is there, that's what will resonate with the people and anybody watching. So again, I just wanted to make this video. It's probably become quite long, but I just wanted to share how I feel. I want this channel to be somewhere where I can express myself quite freely, and it's going to be a challenge for me, because in the past I've always seemed to struggle with this. So I want to make a conscious effort to override this, you know, and perhaps maybe this sort of dialogue, this kind of improvised video is the way forward, because I feel like there's too many. If I'm going to sit down, write a script and everything, it's going to start to become, there's too many ways to improve on things, and it might just become a project that gets pushed further down the track. Whereas if it's just something like this, where I'm speaking like this, it's going to be a lot quicker for one, and kind of the 80-20 principle. Most of what I want to say is going to be here anyway, and it may not be as tidy as it could be, but who cares, you know? Like, this is the point. Like, I want to just get this across, and yeah, I just want this to be a channel where I can point out how I feel about certain things, express myself, create stuff. You know, I take photos. I like taking photos. I don't really do it anymore. This is probably going to give me more inspiration, motivation to want to do that, to make more videos, to keep creating things, and ideally put them all together, share my own, you know, put them all together, share my, my opinions. What I'm trying to say is that I want this to be a place where I guess I can put all of the creative outlets that I have together, and to share how I feel about certain things, to hopefully resonate with people who already feel this way, to connect with like-minded people. And I don't know, that's pretty much it, really. Like, I don't know why else. I mean, if I can do this for the rest of my life, great. I don't know, I just want to start. I just want to take charge of my life, basically. I don't want to kind of sit back anymore. And yeah, I know it's going to happen from time to time, but I just want to keep kind of coming back to this. And now that this video's out, it's kind of more motivation for me to just keep going. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching this far. I appreciate it, because it's been quite a lengthy video. If you liked it, then please let me know, because I really do want to connect with people who are like-minded. So thanks again, guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video.